Welcome to another edition of Philippine Forex. Whoo! You guys are getting a shock across the board here. Let's get into that today. Woo! The US dollar blasted through its resistance point as if it didn't even exist. But it shows you how some of these resistance points on the bigger scale really are non-existent. The next one for the US dollar is going to be 54, and it is sitting at 55.6 right now. Crazy, man. So again, I will caution all of you guys, don't buy into the speculators out there. That is a dangerous way to start thinking, and all you're doing is probably leaving money on the table. So if you were sitting around that 58 mark and you weren't capitalizing, and then saving that 8 pesos above the threshold, because lean times are coming, guys. Lean times is a coming. They were here 2 years ago. They will come again. Canadian dollar, you're down to 41.3. That's quite a dip. The euro is 58, so it's still climbing, guys, and that's not bad. Now, it did have a little pullback for the weekend, but that's not a bad ride. It's now comfortably above 57. The Great British Pound, you're sitting at 68, which is good. Again, you're above the threshold. New Zealand, you're still above the threshold. And Australia, you're still above the threshold, although you're tagging pretty tight to it. But again, I'll state it as I always state it, guys. This is about a budget process. And the reason that I keep going on doing the Philippine Forex is because, I hate to say it, but a lot of you guys never learned how to budget. And if you need to move because you don't have that 1200 US, not 1000, guys, you cannot live, in my opinion, in the Philippines on 1,000. You are going to be low income, not poverty, but you are going to be low income in the Philippines at that price. I've already cited a video where John last year, 40,000 pesos a year or a month. That's tight. He goes nowhere. He cannot go anywhere. Sorry, John, but you know, he lives really, really tight to the wire. So do I think that 1,000? No, I don't think that you can do 1,000 pesos in the Philippines with the current economic run of inflation that has hit the world. It's hit the world. And so that reset is here, and you have to be ready for it. So again, for all of you that were sitting at 58 and you didn't capitalize on it, shame on you. Anything that is above the threshold and you can capitalize on it, not woulda, coulda, shoulda, capitalize on it, put it away, and you will get through your lean times. Because I'll guarantee you, the next time we see 47, 48, all that type of stuff with the US dollar, there's going to be a lot of you bolting back home, complaining about the peso, the dollar's not strong enough. And I know I sound like a broken record, but you got to learn to save. Your rent and everything is pretty static. I know we've got inflation, but that's across the board with everybody around the world. So you can't use it. So it's pretty static, right? If you had savings, you're going to ride through this. Your pension is probably static. The one thing that keeps going up and down is the currency rates. You have to capitalize on them. You have to save money, and you have to put it away for the lean times. There will be lean times. Okay, I'm going to add in our house build to this, and just a quick little shot of the fence that we're doing for our privacy, and then a little shot of the roof here. So let's get to that. So as I'm walking through here, guys, I'm going to again cite the US dollar. Everybody was jumping up and down, all excited, saying that we are going to see 60. And I said, watch out, it's not going to see 60. So there's the privacy fence. Rosindo has a neighbor that may be able to paint these to look like bamboo, and we are going to use that as our fencing and then lace the bamboo on it. With the PVC and the verticals having concrete in it, it'll be a nice lightweight fence, but it won't fall apart. And I don't think we need to put in full-blown pillars. Okay, so the roof is now getting its soffit welding done. So that's happened. We bought staging. It was cheap enough, guys, 10,000 pesos. And Mary Lou and Uli, they haven't finished the outside of their house, so we will happily share that with them. Okay, so there's a couple of joints up there. You might be able to see they got to hit it with the paint, but again, they did a very good job on that last year, guys. So I'm not going to bother walking all the way through. The kicker is here that the guys are moving forward, and I'm still going to put off trying to take this cocoa out because I want them to focus on some of these bigger projects. Like we got to get the shower water tied into the clarified side of the septic tank. We are going to bypass. No sense adding that into the area where, you know, let me give you a quick overview. So that's the dark chamber, right? That's where all your dark water is coming in, so your poops and all that stuff. And that's your biggest bacteria tank. Don't mess with the bacteria. It's got to break things down. Semi-clarified, a little bit of turbidity, and then theoretically clarified. So we will tie our clarified in there. Why are we going to do that? Well, little Miss Lynn, has a tendency to use bleach every once in a while, and you will kill the biome of your septic tank if you use too much bleach in there. And of course, if you start killing it, that's where you get even stronger and stronger and stronger odors. But I'd like to again point out with the US dollar, you guys are down to 55 now. So in a mere 3 weeks and a lot of signs going 4 weeks out, this was inevitable. It was going to happen. And as some of the speculators were pushing for a 60 peso exchange on the US, there were so many signs in the stock market that suggested, no, that was not going to happen. As a matter of fact, some of the guys in my, I was getting in contact with the guys I used to trade with in Forex, and they were all saying the same thing, that they would be shorting the US dollar against the peso if they were looking for a move. They were not going to be looking for the US dollar to go long, not at all, especially when it banged on the 25-year high. So that's why I do these, and yeah, yay, it's the end of week 9. Okay guys, it's been a fun run, and I will say later, Gators.